fight went pretty much as I thought it was going to happen. You know, Stipe hadn't fought for a while. We knew that this was going to be Stipe's last fight. It just was in the cards. You know, he came off the fight from the last fight he had was the loss to Nagano, you know, and all that. You know, the guy's getting older, you know, and unfortunately, Father Time just destroys you, especially when it comes to big layoffs and everything. You can't have big layoffs like that. You can't. You know, I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw somebody have a layoff that big and then come back and they were kicking ass. It's just not going to happen, especially when you got to go against Jon Jones. And a lot of people can say what they want about Jon Jones. A lot of people don't like Jon Jones. I'm not even necessarily a Jon Jones fan, and a lot of people can dispute this, and they will. You know what I mean? Jon Jones did what he had to do, and quite frankly, he's the greatest fighter out there right now. That's my opinion. People can dispute that all they want. He's going to end up going, because from what it looks like right now, as of right now, it looks like the next fight is going to be against Tom Aspinall, where apparently they worked that out even after the press conference of the show. So Aspinall is going to happen. Pereira, you don't need a super fight right now with Pereira because you have the Aspinall fight. So you can draw money with the Aspinall fight. Jon Jones will. And Jon Jones will knock that boy silly. And the guy will not last even as long as Stipe did, because I do not believe Aspinall is even where he belongs in the rankings. I don't. Not at all. Let's be real. If Stipe had to fight Aspinall, Stipe probably would have knocked the hell out of him. Aspinall is not as good as everybody wants to lay out there. I'm sorry. From a ranking system, fine, he's up there, but he is not as good as everybody thinks. Jon Jones is going to clean his house completely out. He's going to be done. Now, if there's anybody to fight after that, Jon Jones may fight them. If there is nobody left after that, then it would be the Pereira.
But Anthony, going back to what you were saying in Aspinall, and I'm going back to it in the argument here, and we can go back with Jon Jones. Jon Jones is the greatest, I believe, pound-for-pound fighter the UFC has ever had. There's no question now. He's the greatest. But the fact is when is he going to fight Aspinall again? This guy fights once every year now. And
here's the thing. That's going to be that payday right there that he's going to make is going to be pretty goddamn big. You know, like you said, he wants FU money. He's going to get FU money for that Aspinall fight, because that Aspinall fight, just from all of the intrigue and how they're going to promote that fight, and they're going to promote it just as big.
Yeah, England versus the United States. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
And I think it will probably be one of those fights in the Sphere. I guarantee you it's going to be in the Sphere.
I just think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. I think the UFC. I think if you're going to put somebody, let him fight Alex Pereira and get it over with, because that's what everybody wants to see. Alex Pereira, Jon Jones.
It's about the longevity of cash flow, and after that super fight happens, anybody that he fights after that,
dude, he doesn't want to fight. Anthony, you know he doesn't want to fight Alex Pereira. Okay, you know he doesn't want to fight him. It's all bull crap. He's fighting Aspinall because it's a guarantee win for him. He doesn't want to fight Alex Pereira because he's the hottest ticket right now.
He's the heavyweight champ. He's not done being the heavyweight champ, and he doesn't have to be. Just like, in all honesty, Pereira, has a lot of other competitors that he could just beat the hell out of and make money off of. In the end result,
they're never going to fight. They're never going to fight.
And that's fine if they don't.
That ruins it. You fight. Come on, Anthony, and you know this more than anything. When it comes to boxing, why do you think boxing's dead? Because you had Floyd Mayweather fighting Manny Pacquiao at the tail end of his career. That's why boxing is dead. You want to fight the best. Money, best.
Here's a big reason why boxing started getting crappy. And MMA probably won't. Because they got that stupid BMF belt, which is ridiculous, in my opinion. I don't even freaking like that crap. But when you start playing with super fights, you start losing the integrity of your weight classes. It happens. And unfortunately, the same reason why boxing should take the time to develop those weight classes and develop those, as you said, superstars. You should. Remember back in the 80s and stuff, you had superstars all over the place across divisions. Now, they're combining these goddamn divisions by having these ridiculous, stupid circus-ass super fights.
And just so you guys know, I don't know. I don't think you. I'm sorry to cut you off. Just so everybody knows, Anthony is a promoter, a mixed martial arts promoter here in New York, and he has tremendous fight cards. He's had 3 sold-out fight cards here in in New York, in Queens. I mean, the guy knows how to promote. He knows the boxing world. He knows the mixed martial arts world. He's actually managing one of the better young mixed martial artists here in the tri-state in New Jersey. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Hey, listen, 27 years. I appreciate it. 27 years in this business. But honestly, when it all comes down to it, it's always going to be a business. And when it comes from the business standpoint, am I saying that Jon Jones Pereira fight will never happen? I'm not saying that. I'm sure it could possibly.
It's never going to happen.
But on both sides, there's still a lot of money that can be made within other weights and divisions.
But Jon Jones, hold on. Jon Jones came out and said, quote unquote, that Stipe fight might be his last fight. Now he's fighting Aspinall. You know why he's fighting Aspinall? Because that's a shoo-in for him. That's the only reason why. He doesn't want to fight Alex Pereira. He's never going to fight Alex Pereira, because if he fights Alex Pereira, I wouldn't be surprised if Alex Pereira knocks him the F out. He honestly, and I'm not taking shots at Jon Jones as a professional, but you want to be known as the best, you fight the best. Go out and fight the best. This is the problem with I've taken shots at Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather is sitting there pretty right now, making money off of fighting guys, ex-gangsters, grandsons, okay? It's ridiculous. I'm not going to sit here and tell Logan Paul, this guy, that guy. Give me a break. It's bullshit.
But you want
it's bullshit.
It's not even, it's just like, in all honesty, it's not even a situation where he has to fight that. Or even, here's the thing, Pereira doesn't even have to do that right now. You know what I mean? That's more or less something that you would do with that total.
Anthony, Pereira's made no money. And Pereira's making no money. His fights, he's not making anything. Jon Jones just brought in $2 million. What did Pereira bring in his last heavyweight fight? I mean, last light heavyweight fight. What did he bring in? 250,000, 300,000. That's not going to get it done. No, he didn't. Let's look at what Pereira. I'm going to look it up. Go ahead. His last fight, he made $200,000. Like I called, he made $200,000. That's what he made. He made $200,000. That's what he made.
And that was against who?
It doesn't matter. The guy doesn't bring in money.
No.
He's not a name.
In some ways,
Alex Pereira is a name. He's the
he is,
name.
but he's not bringing in Jon Jones money.
No, because nobody wants to fight him. Everybody's afraid of this guy. They're afraid of him. This guy was a kickboxing champion.
He was. No, he absolutely was. And this is my biggest problem with when it comes to these super fights. Okay, either one of them loses. Okay, I feel like it kind of craps on the division that they currently represent. I'm not a big fan of super fights. I'm not. You know what I mean? If there were fights that I would like to see and stuff like that, if there's a fight out there that I would want to see, do I necessarily want to see Jon Jones and Pereira? Not really. I don't. I'd rather see Duplessis versus Pereira. I'd like to see that fight. But that's just me. Why? Because I'm not the typical fan, you know? So, and unfortunately, when you're involved in the business for this long, the way you watch fights changes as well and such. But to the common eye, Pereira, Jon Jones, why not? That seems almost like a kind of like a finale type situation. You know, like a finale of like kind of a final thing of a career.
He's not going to fight him. Dude, he's not going to fight him. He's not, because Pereira is 31 years old.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
But I disagree, Anthony. I disagree.
Why do you feel like they have to?
Because I want to see the best fighters fight against one another. That's what I want to see. I want to see stars. I want to see fireworks. I want to see people kick the crap out of each other. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm paying for. These guys are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to go and see the fights. Just think about it. Jake Paul's tickets. Did anybody hear what the ticket sales were? They were $500 in the nosebleeds. $500. That's why he brought in $40 million. I mean, they were selling crazy amount of tickets. Gronkowski's tickets, I think he bought them for like free. Well, he probably got them for free because of Jerry, but they were like $4,000. $4,000. And by the way, I disagree with you. Because Tank Davis is one of the best fighters in the world, and this guy will go against anybody. This guy is willing to get into the ring at the end of the year against Shakur Stevenson. Okay, Shakur Stevenson is arguably the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Okay. And this is what you want to see. A guy that's willing to step into the ring against whoever wants to challenge him because he believes in his talent and he believes he can go in there and beat the crap out of whoever he fights. That's what I want to see. I'm a boxing and fight fan. I want to see the best. Just like I would challenge Jake Paul, because you know what? I'm not going in there to make a deal with him. I'm going in the ring to knock him the fuck out. That's what I'm going. And that's the truth. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to curse on this because that's what I'm going to do. I am telling you right now, that guy is the biggest pussy, okay? The biggest pussy. He sits there, he talks shit, he drinks his drink, sprays crap on him. I'll spray piss on his face after I'm done knocking him the F out, okay? He is a loser, and he's a cheapskate. And you want to know something, Mike Tyson, shame on you for taking that fight, because I respect you as a fighter. I respect you as a man. And to take something and sell out the way you did, wrong. I just think it hurt. Dude, there were people crying. There were people crying on social media that Mike Tyson.
How much money did Mike Tyson make for that fight?
I don't give a crap. I don't care. I don't care.
That makes a big
You're going to have a loss on your record
still a
against Jake
business.
Paul. Jake Paul made $40 million and he won against Tyson.
I'll give you 20 million reasons why he don't give a rat's ass about it.
Screw it. I'm not a sellout here. I'll fight him for anything. I'll fight him for nothing. I'll fight him for nothing. I'll fight him for $1. I'll fight him for $1.
Who doesn't want to make money? Who doesn't want to make money?
I don't need to make money. I want to knock him the F out and put him out of his misery. Okay, that's what I want to do.
Think of it this way: he's 60 years old. He wants to leave a nice little nest egg there for his family and stuff. $20 million.
And I'm going to leave a nest egg. After I knock him out, I'll squat down and give him a nice shit on his face. Okay, that would be perfect to sell for Netflix. You can take that and put it on their little jumbotron over there in Dallas, Texas, AT&T Stadium. After I take a dump on his face when he's knocked out. Okay.
I don't know if that'll go great for our show, though.
It'll definitely.
I can only imagine what that would look like on the jumbotron at Dallas Stadium.
I'll make sure I eat a lot of tacos.
Jon Jones, the Aspinall fight, that's going to happen. Obviously, we all know that. Another big fight that's coming up that a lot of people don't know what's coming up. Main event, 310. I'm telling you right now, for a lot of people that don't know who those two contenders are, they're going to have a lot of fun with that one. You've got the Risen champion coming out, the UFC champion. You're going to have a lot of fun with that fight, even though it's not marketed as a lot of knowledge of those two fighters. And I'm not going to give you the background information of that. Everybody should just take my word for it and take a peek at that, because that's going to be I know it's the end of the year fight. It's the last show of the year. It's 310. Watch that main event. You're going to have a lot of fun watching that fight. I'm telling you right now. I'm waiting for the odds on that fight. Can't wait to put the bets on that one. Other than that, the rest of the friggin' 309 card, it was really good. You know, I mean, hell, I would have loved to be there, but I'm not spending $681 for the nosebleed section up in, the last row at Madison Square Garden when I could watch it at home. But the rest of the fight card was really good. Oliveira kicked ass. You know what I mean? He's waiting for that title shot. Did a great job. Bo Nickel, he's undefeated still. Beat Paul Craig.
He's so boring to watch. Bo Nickel is so boring to watch.
Bo Nickel did not fight a Bo Nickel fight, which only shows you one thing. 7-0 does not mean you're ready for a title shot. Sorry,
dude, he is just a wrestler. I don't want to watch his little goofy ears. Anybody look at his little? I mean,
they're not little, by the way.
You're right. They're big and cauliflowered out. Okay, Bo Nickel is so boring to watch. It's so boring.
You want to know something? There's been a lot of guys that have been boring as hell, but because they have that they'll keep getting their fights, they'll keep getting their matches and stuff. But unfortunately, we all know one thing about Uncle Dana. He likes his action. He doesn't like boring fights. So the minute he ends up having a fight, he could be 13-0. The minute he has that first boring ass fight that turns into a loss, things are going to change.